What does asynchronous mean in AJAX? As we all know, the first letter A in AJAX represents asynchronous. What does it mean? In JavaScript, asynchronous means that JavaScript will send a request to the server. Now remember, we can use Axios, axios.get, axios.post to send a request to the server. So once we send this request, JavaScript will not wait for the response. It will continue its execution. In other words, it will continue the code after the request. It will never wait for the response. So what happens if the response comes back? Then at that moment, we will execute everything we defined in the function response. So let me show you examples. So we'll go to asynchronous.html. So in this HTML, I defined 4 requests using axios.get. So first, second, third, and the fourth request. Now between first and the second request, on line 24 and 25, I defined a variable and then I print 5. And on line 39 and 40, I defined variable b and also I print b. Okay, trying to show you the execution order. So every student, please think about this. If I open this in browser, what is the order that everything gets printed? Okay, as you can see, every request will request something from the servlet and print response.data. So what is the order of the output? Think about it. And to make things interesting, for the first request, we're requesting AJAX servlet. So let's take a look at this servlet. It's right here. In this servlet, I deliberately insert 5 seconds delay. So that means when this servlet receives this first request, it will pause 5 seconds and then reply hello. In this case, is hello Jim. As you can see, this servlet retrieves this username and concatenated here will return hello Jim. And the second request, we're requesting a different servlet, find all, and here we're requesting find one, and here is find username and servlet. So for now, you don't have to worry about the meaning. You just know that we're requesting 4 different servlets. Okay, some servlets are very slow to reply. Okay, so let me show you the result. So pay attention to console. I'm going to press enter, and here we're going to see the output. As you can see, every request is going to print something, and also we're going to print 5 and print very last line. My question is, what is the order of this output? If I press return, all right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 lines are printed. The first one is 5. It looks like this. Line 25 gets printed first. And then the very last line, line 40, gets printed. Then here, username not available. This is from 4th request. And find user success, this is from 3rd request because it's only 1. But this find all users is from 2nd request. And the last one is from the 1st request because remember, we deliberately insert 5 seconds. All right, so this is the order. I'm going to run it again. So this time, find user success comes back before username not available. So the answer is, I really don't know, because once I start all those asynchronous calls, we'll move on, right? When the response comes back, we'll print it. But do you know when it comes back? It really determined by the bandwidth and how fast your server is. So this is what I mean by asynchronous. So once this call gets sent, it will continue to the next line and next line and next line. And when the response comes back, everything defined in this function response gets executed.